All right, y'all, it happened. Old SpaceX went public on Friday. $135 was the come out, closed at 161. That was 19%, and that was not even a full day of trading, right? Today was the first full day, and it closed at 192.5, up 43% from the IPO price in only 2 days. And I'm like, what the hell? Let's go. Okay, so speaking of let's go, let's talk about Uncle Elon. He posted on X yesterday that SpaceX might hit $1 trillion in revenue by 2030. And I'm like, yes, please. Yes, please. And this also happened. So SpaceX was trying to raise $75 billion. They raised $85.7 billion. So the biggest IPO in history just got bigger, literally. Here's the story, though, that I don't feel like anybody's really talking about loudly enough. And it's interesting to me because this is like my first big in the know of the IPO. And it's how the allocation lottery worked. So if you put in an order through Robinhood, say you wanted to get shares at $135, here's how it worked. Robinhood ran what I can only describe as a random as hell algo to figure out who to give what. You either got one share or you got 10% of what you requested plus 9 additional shares. That's it. Those were your two options. You talk about random. So my boyfriend Nick, he put in an offer for 50 shares at 140. He got 14 shares. And the math is 10% of 50. He asked for 50. That's his 5 shares plus 9 more. 14. That's what he got. His brother wanted 100 shares and he only got 1. He was the flip, right? 1 share, 1 single share of SpaceX. Now, here's what that means in real money. If you talk about real money, right? Nick said $135 for his 14 shares. That's what he paid. At today's close, those are worth $2,690. So he's roughly up about $800. Well, his brother's 1 little share, he's up $57.50 on the 1 share. But hey, like, at least he's in. And hey, same here. Happy to be part of history. Happy me, because I got my SpaceX too. Let's look at a chart, all right? So what I did is I went and looked and tried to get some information on like how all the others played out. So E-Trade got 28%. You got 28% of what you asked for. Fidelity, 19. SoFi, 10.5. 10, Robinhood. Schwab, dead last at 4%. So if you asked Schwab for 100 shares, you got Schwab's 4% allocation, you got 4 shares. At today's price, those 4 shares would have made you about $230 so far. But if you had used E-Trade and got 28 shares instead, you'd be sitting on a $2,100 gain right now. Same request, different broker, very different outcome. And that is exactly what I told you in my T-4 report, where I said, go check your brokerage before you put in an order, because not all platforms are created equal when it comes to IPO access. And now we know exactly how each one performed. SpaceX is at 192.5 right now. That's 43%, yay, above the IPO price in just 2 days. So we still have the index inclusion wave around July 7th. BlackRock news came out, the largest asset manager on earth. They put in a $5 billion order before the IPO even priced. So all of this, right, is telling me that story ain't over yet. We're just getting started. You can still grab all of my SPCX reports leading up to T-10 to the final day and launch. And the reviews I'm getting for you guys are saying, keep going. Like I plan on doing the T-10, but apparently there's still more to cover, and I'm going to do it for you. Today's report is out. I just finished it. It's all about the asset allocation through the brokers and how that all played out in the lottery. If you already registered, you can go find today's report in the library. It's all there with the originals. If you haven't gotten on the list to get those, you can go to tradethirsty.com/SPCX, which is SpaceX's ticker, and you can register and get all the previous reports plus today's current report. All right, so this has been fun, and I guess it's going to keep going. I'm Jeanette Sims, and remember, trade thirsty, my friends.